minutes away from college football in Manhattan, Kansas, as Allen Bowman and Texas Tech get ready to take on Kansas State, coming off a huge win against number 3 Oklahoma. Opening kickoff just around the corner. Here's today's Progressive Game Countdown. And Deuce Vaughn doing big things last week, making some people think of another smallish running back at Kansas State a while
Don't
back.
let the size fool you.
Oh, 5'6", Darren Sproles, one of the all-time great college football players. And Deuce Vaughn, what a start he's off to in his career.
And Sproles, he would tell you, towers over him at 5'6". Deuce Vaughn, 5'5", doing his best Sproles imitation last week. I was on the business end of Darren Sproles, 2002 Holiday Bowl.
Oh,
phenomenal player. Unbelievable NFL career.
He just finished it up. He's actually now in the front office with the Philadelphia Eagles. What is a nice day in Manhattan. Low 60s, a little bit breezy though, 13 miles per hour. And you get a chance to see Deuce Vaughn and the Wildcats right away. Texas Tech wins the toss, defers to the second half. About 11,000 in their Bill Snyder Family Stadium today. 21st meeting between these programs, dominated lately by Kansas State. They've won 4 straight and 8 of the last 9 matchups. Malik Knowles back to return this kick from Trey Wolf. And off we go in Manhattan. A touchback to begin things. You might notice no Joshua Youngblood back. He is not going to play today, undisclosed reasons. Here's Skylar Thompson, the Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week. Career-high 334 yards through the air and 3 rushing touchdowns as he led him from behind in Norman.
Just didn't blink. You know, just a tough dude, experienced guy. And that's the difference. You know, you talk both these teams, just these close wins and losses. K-State gotten the better on last 8 out of 9 matchups.
Well, Thompson in this offense, 9 new starters. That includes all 5 on the offensive line. That and the fact they've been playing from behind the first 2 weeks has you looking at numbers that you don't normally associate with Kansas State's offense. 80% of the yards have come through the air. This is Phillip Brooks in motion. Off play action. Thompson will dump it down to Brooks. And he's close to a first down in the first play of the day.
Skylar Thompson to number 88.
The lineup for Kansas State, a lot of new names up front. Really the only guy with any kind of experience coming into the season, Josh Rivas, who was the first O-lineman off of the bench last year, was so good in that role that he was all conference. And then offensively with the skill positions, Deuce Vaughn we've talked about. They think they've got some talented receivers. They just haven't necessarily shown up yet.
Yeah, doing their best impression of a little air raid under 100 yards rushing, over 300 yards passing.
Back-to-back passes to open this one. Vaughn's first touch, trying to slip out of McPherson's tackle, and he does enough to get a first down.
And that's a big victory right now to get him on the ground. He was able to squirt his way forward to get the first down.
Against this Texas Tech defense, that last year made big strides in the first year under Keith Patterson, 30 points per game. That was the fewest that Tech had allowed in a decade. And you look at the numbers against Texas, they gave up 63 points, but you wouldn't have known that talking to the staff.
They were happy with a lot of things, you know, a lot of work to do, a lot of open space. Too much last week.
Here comes Harry Trotter after missing last week's game. They're excited to have the senior from Atchison, Kansas back as they try to get that ground game going.
K-State, you can see a theme building here. Probably this is something they haven't done a ton of, matching those play actions with that jet sweep, fly sweep action. Obviously, that's something they've seen on tape. You can see it crease for a nice little 6-yard gain on first down.
Thompson under center on 2nd and 4. Jacardier right, their biggest running back, topples forward and has close to a first down. It looks like they do give him enough. Coach Alfred, how about your game plan? You've touched on it a little bit, but what are you looking for from this Kansas State offense?
Well, if you're K-State, they don't want to talk about it. It's like talking about a no-hitter in baseball. 0 turnovers. If they keep that, they win. It's that simple. And then secondly, get Deuce in space. You can see him at that one-on-one tackle, getting him on the ground without squirting much forward. Then that Tech will take that. All right, but their goal is to get him lined up, matched up in space on these Texas Tech defenders.
He's back in there after having a couple plays off. First down from the 47. Thompson with a straight drop. Steps up in the pocket. Checks it down through Vaughn's hands, and it's 2nd and 10.
That's one way to eliminate the space right there. Go through his hands. Skylar just a little bit outreach. I like him leading him downfield there. K-State has to clean up the unforced errors. That almost came back to bite them last week. Too many alignment errors. They had the procedure penalties. They talked about kind of being too cute with their cadence last week on the road.
And yet they won. All that, 8 players from their 2 deep not playing because of undisclosed health reasons, and they still find a way. Here's Thompson on the ground, running for a first down. Skylar Thompson with a gain of 12, angled out by McPherson.
Great decision here by Skylar. It's reading that front side. So as this receiver goes in motion, he's going to read the edge of the defense to his right, to the offense's right. Texas Tech over pursued that way. He pulls it, gets first down.
You mentioned it. He's on the verge of becoming the second quarterback in Kansas State history with 5,000 through the air, 1,000 on the ground. Del Roberson back on those same teams that Darren Sproles is doing his thing for. First down from the 40. Back to Jacardier Wright with a head of steam. And Wright has a first down and a gain of 14. It's a guy who we've not seen a ton of yet over his first year plus at Kansas State. But from St. Teresa in Illinois, he had 8,800 yards there.
Yeah, just another simple inside zone play with a little jet sweep action. You can see the Texas Tech secondary misfit. Crease for Jacardier. They are fired up that he's ready to go.
8,800 yards, 133 touchdowns in his high school career. Both those marks second all-time in Illinois high school football. A fumbled snap. Thompson able to get back on it, and coach, you still haven't jinxed the no-hitter.
That would have been the worst possible, the old QC exchange. See what happens here. This is that center just double clutched it. You see that? That's not what you expect. Working Noah Johnson just double clutched it there. Skylar Thompson lucky to get that ball back. Rico Jeffers almost beat him to it.
Second and 10. Play action again. Heavy dose of it early on. Jeffers gets chased and forces the errant throw. Rico Jeffers, the senior from Garland, Texas, who's really off to a good start this year.
Yeah, good redirect there by Jeffers, trying to peek and take a shot downfield on this naked. You'll see him redirect, run over the top for Skylar Thompson. Good decision here. Just dirt it and live for third down.
Where Kansas State has really struggled. They've been the worst third down team in the Big 12 at 3 for 22 this year.
Yeah, you talked about it last week. All the procedure penalties. Let's call it what it is, a horrible effort on third down, and you still win. This could be an illegal formation if the tight end runs downfield.
Don't see any flags yet. Thompson lets it rip. End zone shot, and Knowles couldn't hang on. Off his fingertips, and it's fourth down.
Had Knowles clean on the post. Oh boy, he want to have that one back. Thomas Leggett, his eyes in the backfield on third down. You don't expect that. The backside safety not getting there.
We mentioned just 2 returning starters on this Kansas State offense. Thompson one of them, Knowles the other, and just 1 catch from Malik Knowles through 2 games. It is a fake. So they run a fake field goal, and it comes up short.
On the fake, the carry by number 43, Jack Bloomer.
Both these teams had huge swings on special teams last week.
Jalen Hutchings.
And a fake field goal attempt here on the first Kansas State drive.
Yeah, it's called all the way. They're trying to work that wing with the holder, and they got a chance. They just don't quite finish their block inside. You got to give Tech credit for the reaction and the awareness. Coach Kleiman tried to steal a possession to keep the ball out of this hot Texas Tech offense.
The holder's the punter, Jack Bloomer, who got 6 when he needed 10. And so Texas Tech goes to work for the first time. One of the nation's top passers in Alan Bowman with a bubble screen in the first play. Pulled in by Keyshawn Carter. He slips a tackle and is close to a first down. 380 passing yards per game for this offense, but 4 interceptions through 2 games.
Tale of 2 QBs in terms of turnovers. Skylar Thompson he's just been better in terms of taking care of the football. Alan Bowman, this guy does a lot of great things, just got to take care of the rock.
His second toss is incomplete. It's second down and 10. More than 2,600 yards in 7 games as a true freshman back in 2018, but then he suffered a collapsed lung. More injury issues last year. Broken collarbone, 3 games, and took a red shirt. But this is a guy since his debut. 340 total yards per game. That's best among active players.
Yep, and if you're Matt Wells, you just want those games to keep happening. Only 10 starts, right? 10 career starts as a 3-year starter compared to 30 if you're Skylar Thompson.
Opening Texas Tech drive, 2nd and 10.
You'll see this a lot. David Yost, the offensive coordinator, trying to see what the picture is. And then Alan Bowman will take over from here. See the look?
Really taking a lot of pride in getting him in the right play this year. Goes underneath through the hands and incomplete as he looked for the tight end Kuntz. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, looked like a pretty good spot. It's a little high. You'd like that ball more like in the armpit of Kuntz. Kuntz will tell you he should have had it. But these are the ones, just the gimme little dot. You want to hit the 5 more than you want to hit the 1 if you're looking at that from the quarterback's perspective.
Either way, hit him in the hands, and both teams have seen a drop in this first quarter.
Change of protection here.
On the first 3rd down of the day, a 4-man rush picked up. He checks it down. Roderick Thompson is bottled in. A short gain, and it's 4th down as the tackle's made by Justin Gardner.
Great wrap and finish there by Justin Gardner. Roderick's another guy that they're excited about getting on the perimeter, getting in space against these guys on for K-State. That time they got him on the ground. 2 3rd down stops. We'll see if we have any other hijinks here on 4th and 7.
Kansas State has blocked a punt in each of the first 2 games, and Austin McNamara had one blocked for a touchdown last week.
He has another blocked. Kansas State does it again on special teams.
I don't know what is in the water in Manhattan, but year after year they find a way to make an impact in this phase.
Joe, you talked about it. You've never talked about special teams this much. We got ends up really 2 free hitters. Does a great job reducing his shoulder. As you see, 24 recovering the ball.
It was Bowman that blocked it.
Bowman blocked it, yep. Great effort by him. But that comes from the exact same spot as last week. And Matt Wells was worried about this. He talked about it. He said, hey, they know our protections. We know their weaknesses. We'll see what happens.
False start makes it 1st and goal from the 12. Thompson floating one to the end zone for Briley Moore, but incomplete. Good coverage that time from Morgenstern. 2nd and goal.
Just a little too much air. This is one of the toughest throws. Is this where they talk about reducing the field? He's just trying to get this up and down over the top to get it turned over. Just a little bit too much air. Gives Briley Moore no chance, and Morgenstern making up for the face mask.
This guy that's been Skylar Thompson's favorite target so far. First-year transfer from Northern Iowa. Team-high 10 catches. That one falls incomplete. 2nd and goal. Out of the eye, they fake to Vaughn. Thompson scans the field, zips one, goal line, touchdown! This time he finds Moore.
He'd be my favorite target if he goes and gets that one too. Great fit by Skylar Thompson. Hard sell play action. You'll see the action here. The fullbacks here. Everybody else is going to turn it. And he comes and wins on the back end of it and just big boys it. Big boys it for Moore.
Second touchdown for Briley Moore, who was a 2-time all-conference player at Northern Iowa, then suffered a season-ending injury in the first game last year. Transferred into Kansas State. And longtime friends with his quarterback, Skylar Thompson, back to their Little League days growing up around Kansas City. Extra point is good. It's 7-0. It got started on special teams, as so many times it has at Kansas State through the years. The block punt sets up the game's first score. Skylar Thompson finds Briley Moore for the first touchdown of the game. It takes him only 3 plays after the block punt to get in.
Complimentary football extraordinary, picking up where they left off against OU.
Keyshawn Carter, who Matt Wells in Texas Tech feels really good about. It's just through 2 games they haven't had a single return. Zentner to send it away for Kansas State. Oh, he thought about it. He's getting greedy. He said, here's my chance. Instead, he lets it fly out of bounds, and Texas Tech will have it at the 35-yard line. Texas Tech back on offense, trailing 7-0. Here's their offensive lineup. 3 new starters on this offensive line. And Wells thinking this group is the key against Kansas State team that's always tough up front. A lot of talent at the skill spots and a lot of size.
No doubt, and a scrappy, kind of overachieving front there for K-State they're going up against. It'll be a good matchup.
A fake on first down. It's hit at the line and incomplete. There's D linemen for Kansas State getting their hands up. 2nd and 10.
Caused a pick last week with that tip. And just again, effort. Bowman in rhythm off the play action, gets the mitts up. He's not going to get home, so Pickle creates some problems.
Same guy that caused the pick with a tip ball last week. This one is incomplete, out of the hands of a crossing Miles Price with a defense from A.J. Parker. And that is Bowman, who is hurt with a flag down.
I did not see it, but by that look, it looked like a low shot. Either a low shot or a late shot here. That's both low and late.
Roughing the passer.
Khalid
Number
Duke.
29, defense, low hit on the quarterback. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's why it's a rule right there. And I love this kid. Khalid Duke is a stud. Played his tail off last week. He's got to stay up.
So Henry Colombi's about to make his Texas Tech debut here.
The hardest part about that as a quarterback, all your weight's on that, how he was, all your weight's on that foot.
First pass play call for Colombi. He tucks it with good coverage downfield and gets stopped by Parker and Green. It's 3rd down. Man, oh man, if you're Texas Tech trying to bounce back from that heartbreaking defeat last week, what would have been their first top 10 win in a decade, come here into Kansas State already in a 7-0 hole, and now you lose your quarterback. Colombi throws high. That's pulled in by the freshman Jalen Polk, who gets popped shy of the marker by T.J. Smith. True freshman on true freshman there.
Great fit by T.J. Smith. Polk showing his athleticism. We talked about with the coaches. They love this guy. Makes the first guy miss. And then T.J. Smith squares up and says, not today.
Textbook. They're going to go for it on 4th and 3 from the 32.
Yeah, good decision here. In total, no man's land as far as the kick goes. Get your guy something he's comfortable doing here. We'll find out exactly what that is for Henry Colombi.
Tech 0 for 2 on 4th down this season. On 4th and 3, Colombi to the wide side. He's got a first down. First career reception for Loic Fungi, another true freshman. And I mean, they just keep coming at you from that true freshman class.
And a great conversion on 4th and 3. That'll build Henry's confidence.
Fungi, a huge get for Texas Tech, one of the top receivers in the state. Here comes Thompson, lowering the shoulder for a gain of 7. Elijah Sullivan, the tackle on Thompson. There's that back-to-back 100-yard games to open the season.
Thompson bounces. This may have gotten away with a little hold here at right tackle, but hey, ball's fair. Bounces around the corner there.
Let's go!
Khalid Duke and Berger were having a battle. Watch K-State's secondary now here as Texas Tech communicates. Coach to quarterback, quarterback to everybody else. Now K-State will try to move their chess piece last.
Straight downhill, Thompson. He's got a first down. Still taking a look at Alan Bowman. As Henry Colombi and Texas Tech now looks at 3rd down.
Either way here, just take care of the rock. If you're Henry Colombi, you're happy with this drive. You have a big 4th down conversion. You move the ball. Your guy's going to believe in you after this drive. Just take care of it right here. 5 on the play clock.
He sees it. And gets it off just in time. Colombi pressured, steps up and goes down. He's sacked by Gaines. With Mari Gaines with a sack, and it's 4th down, and the field goal team will come out.
This is a great decision by Columbia on top. You'll see it's just umbrella. We got a 4-man rush, a straight rush. There's nothing open downfield. Columbia gets to the top, sees that crease, and that's taking care of the ball. That gives your kicker a chance. Hey, put it through the uprights, get us on the board. We'll rally on the sideline.
Kicker is Trey Wolf, who was all Big 12 as a freshman last year, going 20 of 22. 0 for 1 this season so far.
This one is off the upright and no good.
So after missing 2 all of last season, he misses his first 2 of 2020. Texas Tech comes away empty-handed. K-State's defense bends but doesn't break. Gets a little bit of help from the missed field goal, and this is how you teach celebrations. Ow!
See, there's 100% chance that's a defensive tackle right there.
Never seen a quarterback do that.
No. The hair would be, or the helmet would be on. Maybe a ball cap and a nice little 5.
Right.
But the helmetless headbutt that's
not happening.
That's either a fullback or defensive tackle.
Alan Bowman continues to try and get back into this game. There's Deuce Vaughn, runs into a wall on 1st down. Somehow gets 4 yards out of it. You mentioned earlier 5'5", 168, but he is strong.
He is packed, and his running style, he gives guys an edge and does a great job. Just his little chair cuts. He can stay square, and he stays powerful. That's the secret to those little guys.
Jenny Taft told us last week on the Fox broadcast that he's always looked at his height as his superpower. He's able to do a lot of things that you can't if you're bigger than that. Low man wins. He's typically the low man. On 2nd down, they fake the Brooks. Thompson will dump it to him. This is what they did in the first play of the game, and they've gotten a couple of good games on that. Well, the sophomore out of Lee's Summit, Missouri, moves the chains.
Great job here by Skylar Thompson, just finding Brooks. We're going to have a puller and watch the unblocked defender, Skylar Thompson. A great reaction to get the ball out to Brooks and convert. That's one of the biggest things as a quarterback you want to see is how does a guy react when somebody's unblocked coming in their face.
Skylar Thompson, known for his toughness, already playing through a couple of injuries this season. The groin the first game, calf that bothered him against Oklahoma. Short gain on 1st down for Sean Merriweather with a stop.
That was old-fashioned K-State football right there. I-backs, 2 tight ends, a fullback. As you see, Alan Bowman, not a good sign for all of us. Hopefully he'll be okay. Maybe just need to go get some reinforcements in the locker room.
Through with the quarter here in the first weekend in October. Special teams leading to the game's only score. Team comparison sponsored by Credible.com, and really the separator in this game has been the special teams play.
Yeah, that one right there. We thought this was going to be a little bit more of a back-and-forth offensive show. The defensive, they watched some film last week.
1st down and 10, and he dropped to let him develop. Thompson heaving one down the field. Double coverage and incomplete. Looking for Knowles. Good defense from Fields and Leggett.
Great recovery that time, and you said it from Leggett was there late to pinch that off. It had to be a perfect throw. Again, good protection up front this time. Got a puller, no play actions, drop back pro. Little shot there by Rico, possibly late. Good defense.
It's Fields' first game. Starter all 3 seasons at Texas Tech. Vaughn with a few blockers in front. Vaughn with a 1st down, crossing the 40. With a lead block again from Noah Johnson.
Noah Johnson and Trotter again, just unselfish. Great play. You see it's student body right here, just out of that inverted bone from the gun. Noah Johnson, just keep your hands inside. Mosey also out there in front, being physical here. Number 6 finishing.
Just shout, hey, running back room,
yeah.
You're all needed.
Exactly. Running back room, get on the field.
Mosey motions out, so an empty set for Skylar Thompson. This is a 4-man rush. Blitzer comes free, lets it fly down the sideline. Incomplete but a flag. They got that speedy running back on a linebacker matchup that they were hoping they would. And Boyer Randall had to get in his way to have a chance. And now Thompson slow getting up.
Good scheme here. The matchup outside to the left that we can't see is Boyer Randall, 6'2", 235, on our man Mosey, who can prove to be a great route runner, speed back. Boyer Randall is in unfamiliar territory out there.
How about this hit, though, that Thompson takes?
Rico Jeffers was a step early in the last one. That was definitely a step late.
So Texas Tech loses its leader linebacker. Kansas State, for the time being, loses its quarterback. Jeffers leaving some parting advice for his group. He's one of the leaders of that unit.
Two talented guys, man. Two talented guys in their locker rooms right now due to penalties.
So now Will Howard comes in, hands it off to Deuce Vaughn, slips through a tiny hole and gets 8 or 9 in the first play after Thompson leaves.
Yeah,
you're going to get a heavy dose of that.
Exactly.
Now, huh?
Both offensive coordinators, their backup their backup quarterback goes in, they go to the ground.
Howard, a former Downington West Whippet. The Whippets. What a good name for a high school team for a quarterback.
Little dog. It's a fast, like a mini greyhound, right?
You went a step farther and researched a Whippet, or you just know that?
I think that's it, right?
Sounds good to me.
They love this full house. Got a wheel route out of the backfield.
Here's Trotter. And Trotter's got a first down.
So off of that full house backfield, they set up a little kind of a double wheel route into the boundary, getting 3 vertical with 2 of those guys being running backs out of the backfield. Pretty sweet little scheme. But the pressure from Tech that they got up front forces young Will to get it out. But again, a great decision there by Will Howard.
Perfect time for that play call. House coming from Texas Tech. Try to rattle the freshman. Back to the ground here for Trotter. Got stopped before he got moving. No gain, 2nd and 10. Rashawn Merriweather in the middle of it again. Leading tackler for this team. He led all tacklers at the junior college level last season in Kansas at Garden City. And has exceeded expectations, it sounds like, over his first couple games.
Yeah, he is packed up, too. You look at him in there. It's big Mike linebacker. And Texas Tech, I think, would like to go toe-to-toe, so to speak, with K-State in the run game. I feel like they have an advantage.
Howard to throw through the hands of Taylor. Something we've not talked about a ton, but even though Kansas State is getting a lot of production through the passing game, the receivers aren't doing a whole lot of it.
No, and that's too bad. You know, Chabatson Taylor had the big play last week for a touchdown at OU, but that's where you got to help your young quarterback out and just make this 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 instead of 3rd and 10.
Here's the breakdown in receptions. Receivers have 14 of them. Rest of the team has 23. Today, 0 for the Whiteouts. Here's Vaughn bursting through the hole. Bounce into the outside. Deuce Vaughn inside the 20. First down. On 3rd and 10, they hand it off and pick up 18.
I love this call. Watch my man Revis here pulling, creating some space. Deuce Vaughn gets his 5'5" frame in his hip pocket. Great job finding the crease. So many times, you know, Texas Tech and other teams, 3rd and 10, they're going to set up their cool zone blitzes and their zone pressure. You crease it with a little zone scheme or a pull scheme. First down.
Another good example of his size being a superpower. Able to squeeze through that little hole. Inside the 20, back to Vaughn. Being chased by 3 white shirts. Able to beat them all and explode. He's in for the touchdown. There was no chance he was turning the corner, but he turned on the jets and got in for the score.
Yeah, that Texas Tech sideline will say the same thing. He's reading this side. Whether it's a give or pull, he sees the edge, so he gives it to Vaughn. They were arguing about a possible hold there on the perimeter by K-State. That looked clean. And Deuce Vaughn out in space. Landry Weber with a big block on the perimeter.
What a drive, especially consider everything that happened on this drive. Next, the point is good, and Kansas State on a drive that begins at its own 3. They lose their starting quarterback, but they still got Deuce Vaughn, and they've got a 14-0 lead midway through the second. Julius Vaughn, a touchdown run on that drive. He was quiet over the first quarter plus, but he touched it 5 times and had 68 yards on that drive alone.
K-State certainly playing on the front foot in all 3 phases right now.
Only run for 22 yards. Thompson, a good game here on first down of 6.
Great job up front here, just fitting this up. Little one back inside zone. Thompson rolling. Same play.
Different result. Shut down this time by Hubert and Wiley. 3rd down.
They'll probably get up and simulate the snap, take a look at things. Back-to-back plays pre-call. K-State changing up their defensive look as Texas Tech goes through their communication. They're trying to do the same thing Tech's doing. Showing pressure, showing the 0 blitz. Bluffing out of it.
Still bringing a few and forcing him to get rid of it. What an adjustment and a catch by Ezukama. Beating Echo Boydo for a first down and a gain of 21.
Great little back shoulder shot here by Columby. Steps up. They can't identify the front. They get bluffed by the bluffers. He says, I'll throw off the free hitter again. Just put my big boy to the back shoulder.
I just like tossed it up there. Trust it.
Great spot with that ball.
This play shut down as Cody Fletcher is the man that delivered the hit on the long pass. Stops Tyler Brooks.
Ezukama, great adjustment, getting back through. A little hold by Echo Boydo, fighting back through it. Those big receivers, Arkansas State got to him. OU had some chances on the outside, but Texas Tech likes their matchups on the outside.
2nd and 4 inside the 30. Thompson bouncing to his left. For an open field tackle by Jerron McPherson, who is the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week after his stat sheet stuffing performance against Oklahoma.
Yeah, J-Mac, right, as Coach Kleiman calls him. Unbelievable game last week. You can see an example of that right there.
3rd and 1. Thompson again. And it is enough for first down.
Ethan Card up front for Tech. They're giving him fits on the edges. You watch the left tackle.
Columby down the sideline to the end zone. Incomplete. Out of bounds. TJ Vasher went over the top to catch it, but was out of bounds, and it's 2nd and 10.
TJ Vasher, we were wanting that big number 9 from Arkansas State. Jonathan Adams, a huge day, and this big number 9 was looking for a big day. Goes up, gets it, watch the right foot. Heel comes down out of bounds. He's out of bounds. Great catch, unbelievable catch. The toe coming down like that, it's the heel. Once it hits, that puts him out of bounds.
So 2nd and 10. What it feels like a big drive for Texas Tech going into halftime.
Yeah, got to get points here. Got to get points here. Don't want to leave it in the foot of your kicker, but you got to get points.
Did that earlier and missed. Trey Wolf hit one off the upright on Texas Tech's 2nd possession. 2-11. Down 11.
2-11. You got one timeout. Still plenty of time to do anything you want.
Here's Thompson. Spinning inside the 20. It'll be 3rd and short.
Nice little draw action off their base pass protection look. Get those speed rushes of K-State going upfield. Get it to the big back Thompson.
Not wasting any time on 3rd and 4. Out of the backfield, Thompson can't hang on. A.J. Parker was right there, but Thompson had to go through his hands, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, Columby, I think he'll watch this on film and go, shoot, I should have been on the other side on this route. Had a little double slant action against that defender. Take your pick for the first down. 3 over 3 down here. And K-State with a big stop.
And another try for Trey Wolf. 20 of 22 last year. 0 for 2 this year. From 35 and straight away, it's fading, and he missed again.
Look like a clean snap, clean hold. Take a look at it. Yep, that's clean. Just pushes it 4 feet. Usually see the overcorrection to the left off the doink off the upright.
It's the first time in 9 years that Texas Tech has been shut out in the first half. Program known for its offense, and an offense that's averaged almost 50 points per game this year. Nothing through a half.
Looking it all the way down, I was surveying the field.
Hubert got a great jump off of the edge to flush him off his spot. Columbia runs again and gets 8 on first down.
Khalid Duke, unbelievable pursuit there. Both he's tapping out there on the. You don't see that too often. The fourth play of the second half, he's tapping out, but unbelievable effort there. Both he and Wyatt Hubert affected the quarterback.
Snapping before K-State was even set. They get it to Thompson, who's close to a first down.
I think he's going to be just short. Thompson, physical guy.
Get off the bus first guy. Right?
Exactly.
I mean, man.
Oh, he did get pushed up. That time, Tech was up in an unbalanced formation, trying to get an indicator of how K-State's going to play that. They have not done as much as they've done in the past of that today.
Just barely got it off, and in the jet sweep, here's Miles Price trying to break loose. Cody Fletcher hung on, and it's second down.
A great job by Fletcher before the posse came. Stretching him, stretched the width now. They're here a couple times. Fletcher, you can see, good job holding on for dear life. I think Hubert was there late.
Columbia's in trouble. Able to spin away from one man, but not away from Robert Hintz.
Great effort by Hintz. The second there on a second effort as Columbia steps up in the pocket. Again, that's good pocket movement. It just got collapsed. Good natural reaction to step up and keep it as a no gain.
And so 3rd and 5 here in the second, or the first possession of the second half for Texas Tech.
Showing a 4-man rush.
So they bring Columbia underneath. Vasher goes up to get it, but then belted by Fletcher a yard short.
Fletcher, 2 key stops right there. This is going to be 4th down. Early decision here for Matt Wells.
Too early to go for it?
Is it less than a yard?
It's about a yard.
Let's go, Matt Wells. You're on the road. You're playing with your backup quarterback. Outside the 40. Every statistician in the world is saying go for this. Every analytics guy is saying go for this. Until the head coach has to go to the podium afterwards. Right. If you don't get it.
They will go. 4th down and 1 off play action. Columbia dumps it to the tight end, and Kuntz has a first down. The analytics win this one.
Love it. Great job. Great call here by Yosti. That's a lot of confidence in Columbia. Everybody's counting on this downhill run by Sir Roderick Thompson. Spill the tight end out the back door. Great spot. Big conversion. Good downfield block by T.J. Vasher.
Inside the 40 now. Columbia well protected. Dumps it off to Thompson. Runs away from Sullivan. Sir Roderick Thompson inside the 30.
So Roderick Thompson on the catch.
This is a great job just playing to Columbia's strengths. And you can see he has a great feel for when to step up, when to get rid of it, put the ball in the right location there for Sir Roderick Thompson to do something after the catch.
Here's another check down. Nice move made by Price. 2nd and short.
Number 18, Miles.
Get Miles Price involved a bunch. A guy that David Yost thinks has a chance to be the most dynamic player on this offense. And it's an offense loaded with guys they think are dynamic. So it says a lot about the true freshman from the Colony, Texas. Xavier White gets drilled after getting a first down to the 15. Jerron McPherson delivered the boom.
I heard a late whistle. I thought we were going to see a flag. Xavier White taking a high, hard one here from J-Mac.
Well, Texas Tech here, Coach, about to run its 13th play of the drive. This is the third time today they've had a drive of at least 10 plays, 2 missed field goals. They're going to come up with some points here.
2 missed field goals, you're probably talking 4-down territory.
On first down, Columbia gets it out to Coots. And the big fella's got 4 or 5 on first down.
And again, that's the Texas Tech run game right there. Anticipate as they go here. Our man Wyatt Hubert is trying to watch 56 here down at the bottom of our screen. This matchup right here, he's messing with this young quarterback, kind of in and out, and then he might try to catch him in the wrong spot. This guy's fun to watch.
The only returning starter K-State has up front. So he's ready to tee off on 2nd and 5. Xavier White takes the fake, hit at the line, and incomplete. That is the 3rd deflected pass for the K-State defensive line today, and it's 3rd and 5.
And those are huge. I mean, this is a touchdown-saving type of tip, and you're just happy this one hits the ground here for Henry Columbia. And again, that's why Hubert trying to squeeze, and give a kind of a false read or a gray read for a younger quarterback. Third and 5. Man, I'm thinking this is 4-down territory. So you got 2 plays here.
And a kicker who right now you may not trust.
Exactly.
Just barely get the play off. They run it with Xavier White for a first down. How about that? Texas Tech on 3rd and 5 hands it off to a converted receiver.
Yep.
They are able to convert.
Yeah, little ground chuck. It was a receiver at Dodge City Community College. Came in. They thought he was going to be a starter in the slot. And they said, hey, we'll hand it to you a little bit more. Again, that's a great call into that look. That split zone action cutting off the backside of the tight end. Xavier White does the rest.
Set it up 1st and goal for the Red Raiders. It's White again. Hit in the backfield. And stymied at the 2 by Elijah Sullivan.
See how fast they go if we watch replay. They just ran the same play. Different result. Different stunt there up front by that K-State defense. Tech's trying to threaten the snap to get back on the ball. Get the ideal look again. I'm thinking 4-down territory. No questions asked here.
17th play of the drive. Columbia to throw to the end zone. Incomplete with a coverage from Boydo on Nezukama. It's 3rd and goal.
That was a great job in coverage by Boydo. And again, if you're Ezukama, you're going, hey, give me more air on this. But the thing the quarterback's worried is him getting out over the top. So that back shoulder throw has to be a little more pace. Might have lost it in the sun there. Looked like he almost lost that ball.
Well, you've got Ezukama, who's 6'3", 225 pounds. Boydo barely 6 foot, barely 160. And he was still able to win the battle and set up 3rd and goal.
Yeah, did a great job at the line of scrimmage, stoning him.
All kinds of movement from K-State. Here's a shot to the corner. He's got Carter for the touchdown. Texas Tech finally finds the end zone. It's Keyshawn Carter on 3rd and goal.
Identical play to how they scored against Texas last week. The inside corner route, kind of a double slant on the outside. Corner route by this number 3 receiver. Man coverage, great spot with the ball. Keyshawn secures it, no doubt about it.
How about an 18-play drive?
Just a Texas Tech ground chuck, right?
Yeah, right.
2-back offense.
3 yards.
Needles here for the extra point.
Trey Wolf has missed the 2 field goals today. Hooks the extra point through. And an offense that averaged better than 40 points per game over the first 2 weeks. Got shut out in the first half, but 18 plays to find the end zone for the first time. Keyshawn Carter with his 4th touchdown catch, leading the Big 12.
And a great finish, and that was necessary. And I would have loved to have seen what they've done on fourth down there. You know, kicker not playing with kind of confidence. Even that extra point looks a little apprehensive right there.
You are not wanting this game to come down to a field goal if you're Texas Tech at this point. That was number 1 you saw deep. It's actually Malik Knowles, who has to put on a different jersey for these returns because they also have number 4 Wayne Jones on this unit. The bouncing ball that Knowles will take. Waits for the blocks to develop and brings it back over the 35.
Number 1, Malik Knowles.
Well, again, no Skylar Thompson. It's the freshman Will Howard. Thompson left the game with an injury in the second quarter. Howard's first throw of the half is complete to Malik Knowles, only his second catch of the year. And against this Texas Tech defense that is without its leader, Rico Jeffers, who's thrown out of the game for targeting. And we mentioned this is a new thing this year. You can stay with your team instead of having to go back to the locker room after a targeting infraction as in years past.
Yeah, that's great to see. You know, guy turning the corner already, coming out of the locker room, not being selfish in the locker room. Great pitch.
Trotter left side has some room for a first down into Texas Tech territory for Eric Monroe and Thomas Leggett stop him.
Will Howard starting the drive here. A tough standard set by Henry Colombi with the long 18-play drive. Again, that two-back offense. Trotter out in front, receiver just finish a little bit more and he's gone.
Kansas State's players talked about that angle pass to Deuce Vaughn being the moment where they really started to believe in Norman last week. He's got it here off the right side. Kosai Eldridge brings him down as they made that 21-point comeback. Morgan Smith leads, 2nd and 9. Vaughn trying to get the corner.
He does, and he slips free. Inside the 15. Another highlight from Deuce Vaughn.
He goes for 23 yards on a play where, again, it looks like there's not much there.
It's the same play that they scored the touchdown on. Again, the quarterback's reading that edge. It's a give, pull, read. Runs through the arm tackle there of Leggett. And a great finish again by the receivers outside are doing a great job for Deuce Vaughn.
A little bit of an increase in role for Phillip Brooks, who's already been a big part of the game plan today. He motions into the backfield, takes the fake as Howard goes straight ahead. Whoa, started to juggle that ball on the way down, but was able to hang on to it. 2nd down.
Yeah, similar concept there that they ran and had success with. And Tech now trying to have too much. You see Merriweather creasing in here. We've got another edge pressure guy. That speeds up the decision-making process for Howard. Good job holding on to it. Showing pressure.
2nd down from the 12. Howard out of the collapsing pocket, stays alive and takes off and gets 2. Stopped by Eldridge. 3rd down coming up.
Man, if you're Keith Patterson here, you've got it dialed up. You've got the field pressure. Both guys coming. I still don't know if Will Howard knew that guy pressured. You'll see 2 guys come off this side, hot. 1 guy unblocked right there. Will Howard steps up, steps out. Lives for another day.
His ignorance is bliss fit on that. Yeah, it's not. You're not scared out of your wits. You don't know he's coming. Kept it alive long enough to get a couple. Set up this 3rd and 7 throw to the end zone. For Knowles, it's incomplete. The coverage from Fields and the field goal team coming out.
Yeah, solid coverage. Rushed it there. That's a byproduct of the previous play. Now you drop 8, and you're in his head that he's got to be faster than he really does. They had the matchup they wanted. Had another back shoulder fade situation on Fields with their best guy.
Blake Lynch, who's out to attempt this field goal, is going through a similar thing to what Trey Wolf is going through early on this season. He missed 2 against Arkansas State, what wound up a 4-point loss, and then nailed that 50-yarder to win it against Oklahoma. He had the right kind of English on that one.
That's the life of a kicker right there, man. One guy's 3 yards different, and he's the GOAT.
Life of a head coach, too, to have your whole life on the shoulders of stuff like this.
Right down the middle.
That is Skylar Thompson. So I'll leave the game, and it looks like he'll be coming back on what has been an injury-riddled day for both sides.
Yeah, it really does seem like there's been a lot of unfortunate injuries today. Hopefully that's nothing major for Skylar. You know, how that looked. You know, talking about clavicle, you know, separated shoulder, all the things we don't necessarily want to guess on, but we sure hope he's back.
That ball's dropped and then picked up by Price. Not a whole lot of room. Texas Tech will start at the 15-yard line. He's replaced the injured Alan Bowman for the first points of the game.
It's like a roulette wheel.
Yeah, one of those punts was blocked. The 2 missed field goals. Finally finding the end zone to begin the second half. Begins this drive with a strike to Azukama and a big gainer out near midfield. Bill Jones in coverage as Eric Azukama goes for 29.
Great timing. You won't see this replay, but great timing by Columbia.
First and 10 from the Red Raider 44.
Outside to Carter, needs some blocks, lost the ball, and they're going to say incomplete. Oh, man, that was funky looking.
That was almost on a platter to the other team, just trying to get, again, a little get back on the ball as fast as you can, throw a bubble screen out here, automatically do your thing in space, and he was thinking about the space and forgot about the ball.
Thankfully for Carter and the Red Raiders, it falls harmlessly, and it's 2nd and 10. 3:08 left to go in this third quarter. Carter hangs on this time and gets driven down by Elijah Sullivan after 6.
Good finish by Sullivan. Great field by Keyshawn Carter, the veteran there. With an okey-doke in the zone defense. And Elijah says, I got you. Enough.
Form tackle.
That's what I used to look like in my uniform right there.
Oh, yeah.
Very
The zero.
similar.
The zero on the chest. Is
No,
that what you're referencing? The arms.
Pipes.
Okay. Third and 3 for Texas Tech. Down 10.
K-State totally changing up the call. Showing pressure, trying to get in our guy's head again. Uh-oh.
They're going to run it and gas it with a huge hole for Xavier White. Down the middle of the field for a Texas Tech touchdown. His first career rushing score. The converted receiver brings Texas Tech within 4.
We talked about halftime. We talked about right before halftime. If you show the zero blitz look, sometimes you can get got. Here it is. Just again, a tight split zone. Tight end ends up on Sullivan as on the back block, and Xavier does the rest. There's that slot receiver speed in the backfield. We got a ball game.
They got. A touchdown for Xavier White, the Lubbock native who wasn't recruited by Texas Tech out of high school. So he went to junior college for a year. He walked on, and he's emerging from receiver to running back to the end zone. Guy that was just put on scholarship this fall. Xavier White finding the end zone, 49-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, good move. You see the backside tight end here fit, and it ends up on Sullivan, number 0. He's actually trying to get all the way to the backside DN. Makes the last guy miss their elder. And great ball security by Xavier across the goal line. He's not quite as excited about the touchdown pass, let's be honest, but excited nonetheless.
You know what that looked like, that ball security? Somebody who just moved to running back and has practiced that exact thing in recent days. Nailing the fundamentals. High and tight. So a 3-point game here late in the third quarter. This is Malik Knowles. Here at the 30. Closing seconds of this third quarter. Jackson leading the way for Trotter, who's got 1.
Boyer Randall. Carry for K-State. He's tackled by number 2 at Texas Tech, Brandon Boyer Randall.
A lot of extra whistles there. I thought we might have something. You see Carver Willis now in there at tackle for K-State, a true freshman.
To bring this third quarter to a close, and it is a tight one here in the first weekend of October. These teams have played a lot of close games this season. In fact, their 4 games combined have been decided by a total of 16 points, and it looks like we're in for another one of those. On to the 4th in Manhattan. On to the 4th quarter on FS1 College Football, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. It's a tight one, 17-14.
Kansas State has led the whole way. The Texas Tech within 3 after the long touchdown for Xavier White. It's a short gain for Deuce Vaughn. It'll be 3rd and 4. And a game where both backup quarterbacks are in. And both have done pretty well.
They really have. Obviously, Columbia a lot more relied upon as a passer. Will Howard in his defense. They've got some good action going with this combination of Trotter, Deuce Vaughn, Mosey, and getting things started there.
3rd and 4 coming here for an offense that this season has really struggled on 3rd down. Much better today, going 4 for 8. They're bringing pressure. It's picked up, giving Howard time, but the coverage downfield is tight, and Kosai Eldridge gets home. It's 4th down. Eldridge seeing more time with Morgenstern leaving the game a little while ago. And Eldridge comes up with a tackle here, and the punt team comes out for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to get a little kind of a tendency breaker here to Vaughn. He comes out, does a little double move. He's getting covered here to the boundary, and there's nothing else for Will Howard, and the rush gets to him.
You had a lot of time to throw, but the coverage for Texas Tech solid. Ready to get the ball back, down 3. Set up a return. Adrian Fry from the 20. He's brought down to the 26. So Henry Colombi in this Texas Tech offense. Down 3 with the ball when you come back. Here comes Texas Tech. 2 touchdowns in the 3rd quarter after they were shut out in the 1st half. And a confident throw from Colombi to Azukama, who breaks tackles and gets 14.
Dead on, man. You can just see the confidence building here. Texas Tech's defense even feeling this. But watch Colombi top drop, reset, bang. Great window there. Zone coverage, tight spiral. 1st and 10.
On time and on target again. 1st down into Kansas State territory as Miles Price gets his 3rd catch.
And rhythm. It's all about rhythm in this offense. 1st and 10. Another chunk play action 1st and 10.
And they are in a hurry. On the ground they go. Here comes Xavier White, who had the long touchdown the last time he touched it. He's got a good 1st down game here.
All the way to the safeties, the unblocked player in that front. Same play.
This time he gets crunched in the backfield. Ellie Duke was there. So was Eli Huggins. Did not play last week. Didn't practice this week. Wasn't cleared until this morning.
Yep. And Jerron McPherson said, you got me on the first one, but I'll see you in the backfield on this one. Third and 4, definitely 4 down territory here.
You see what they've done on 3rd down. Started 1 for 5, and as they've gotten it going, 6 for their last 8. They're down in 4. They hand it off to White, who's got a big hole and a big gain again to the 16.
It's the same play as a touchdown, just a different angle and a different personnel group, so in a slightly different formation. But the zone with the backside tight end on the backside cutoff. Xavier White feeling it. Great vertical cut for a receiver.
They'll dump it to him. White breaks a couple of tackles inside the 15, and we look back at that previous run.
Yeah, this is a really good feel for a guy that doesn't play the position a lot to get back to square, getting those hips and shoulders square, get to the 2nd level and have a 3-way go on the defender. You can juke him left, juke him right, or truck him.
The Raiders may be finding something in Xavier White at running back. He gets well-earned rest. Roderick Thompson comes back in on 2nd and 8 from the 13. Red Raiders looking for their first lead of the game. And to the end zone, touchdown! It's Miles Price. His first career score gives Texas Tech its first lead of the day.
So good, and why is all this possible? The run action. Safety fits. Nobody to defend over the top. When you know, the old adage of football, if you can run the ball, you can do anything. Opens up the play action pass for multiple chunk plays on that drive.
Extra point from Wolf is good, and it's 21-17.
This game was 14-0 Kansas State. But Henry Colombi, the backup quarterback, pressed into duty with Alan Bowman's injury, leads him to the lead, 21-17. A nice catch there for the first career touchdown for Miles Price. Boy, Henry Colombi's starting to play with some confidence, some swagger, isn't he?
Colombi's rhythm is phenomenal. His natural reactions, what to do when things aren't perfect. You don't have to be a superhero here. Just do your job. Xavier White's another guy who showed up big.
Drive begins with Deuce Vaughn. Trying to get the corner. Thomas Leggett pushes him out after a gain of 4. You talk about Chris Kleiman having some close wins. That's something Matt Wells is still looking for. 1 in 5. And games decided by a touchdown or less since he took over the job. And that includes, obviously, last week, where they had Texas down 15 with 3 minutes left and wound up losing in overtime. So this program needs a win in a game like that. This would qualify as one of those. They trailed 14.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're down 14-0 with your backup quarterback in. Heck yeah.
Play action on 2nd and 5. In rhythm, a perfect throw. And a first down to the tight end, Briley Moore, who's still going inside the 10. First and goal, Kansas State. A 66-yard pickup. How did he stay in bounds?
Great reaction by Will Howard. They're trying to throw it to Deuce. They're trying to steal a 2-yard gain to Deuce. He gets sucked up, and they go over the top to Briley Moore. Look at the big fella stay in bounds, no doubt about it. In.
Yep. So a 66-yarder for the senior transfer from Northern Iowa. And it's first and goal for the Wildcats and their freshman quarterback, Will Howard. They get it off. Here comes Trotter. Slipping a tackle. He's in. Touchdown, Kansas State. There is a flag down. They've taken the lead for the moment, but a flag down on this touchdown run from Trotter.
Personal foul, face mask, number 1, defense. The 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. The result of the play is a touchdown.
And so just like that, K-State back in front on Harry Trotter's touchdown run.
Great physical run. They got creased up front. There's a little splitter, and Harry Trotter getting just an inside zone play. There's what I thought was the potential hold, but no call. Bradford couldn't get him down. Good strength by Trotter. There's the physicality you talked about earlier.
An injection of life into this game with the backup quarterbacks getting the offenses going. 21 points combined over the last 7 minutes. It was the 66-yard reception for Briley Moore that set up Harry Trotter back and forth in Manhattan. Zentner to send it away for Kansas State. Oh, he thought about it. He's getting greedy. He said, here's my chance. Instead. 1st and 10. Here's Xavier White out of the backfield, quickly chopped down by Justin Gardner and Sullivan.
You see what that does to the rhythm here, stopping the game for Colombi.
Who's not missed in a long time. I know a lot of the throws underneath, but 9 for his last 9. Heads it off here, straight ahead. Xavier White got belted by T.J. Smith, who has lowered the boom on several occasions today.
Yeah, great job by him keeping his head out of it, his eyes up, square up, and a takedown. This is a great job. Nice job up front. Getting Xavier White to the 2nd level. Great tackle on the 3rd level.
Inside 8 minutes now. First down from the Kansas State 48-yard line. It's White again. Runs low for a solid first down gain of 7. K-State showing heat on 3rd and 5. They bring only 3. Colombi off his back foot. Launching. It's picked off. Jerron McPherson with the interception with 6:22 left.
Great job by Joe Klanderman here, defensive coordinator, K-State. They show pressure. They show zero blitz. They end up rushing 3, but one guy's good enough to get there when it's Wyatt Hubert. Affects the throw. And J-Mac, the defensive player of the week last year, adding to that stat sheet. Tough one if you're Henry Columbia.
With an interception in that game that pretty much sealed the deal for Kansas State last week. Still 6:22 left to go in this one. K-State still perfect in terms of turnover margin. Now +7 on the year. 7 takeaways, no giveaways.
Unbelievable.
It's first down and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A lot of deuce here for the next couple minutes.
Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. A stop made by Tyree Wilson.
Sorry. Keith Patterson knew that too, and he loaded the box, but again, we'll see that. The pick, we'll just watch his right arm get affected. Can't follow through, can't get the ball outside. McPherson lines it up, high points the ball, touchback.
Out of the gun on 2nd and 10. They'll let the freshman throw it. Off the hands and incomplete. Landry Weber, the intended receiver, and already it's 3rd and 10.
Yep, 3rd and 10, and not much time off the clock here. Just, again, an easy one here for Will. He could make that a lot of times out of, talking 95+% of the time you're going to make that play. Easy conversion on first down. Now it's 3rd and 10. Backed up, 5:45 to go. Texas Tech with all day. They have 3 timeouts, but this is a huge play to answer the turnover.
And 3rd and 4 to go out of the gun. And that is Deuce Vaughn with him. Into an empty set. Pressure coming. Got rid of it to the short side for a first down as they trust the true freshman, and he finds Taylor for a gain of 6.
What do you do with the true freshman? You get an empty and you convert. No, that's great timing by him. Not quite caught as cleanly as you'd like. This one almost comes out at the end, but just pushes to the sticks. There's the matchup. We got one-on-one outside. Little left shoulder coming out of it. Great timing. Look at that ball. Don't reach that ball. Stay in bounds. Line clock.
Seconds and counting on that game clock. They're going to, on the play clock, they're going to run it way down. Still 2 timeouts for Texas Tech. Trotter. Nice hole for a gain of 4 or 5. And a timeout taken by Wells, his 2nd. Taylor comes in motion. It is Vaughn straight ahead into a wall. He gets just 1. Texas Tech will use its final timeout ahead of this 3rd and 5. Are you again letting the true freshman throw your way to a first down and a game sealer?
Man, that was pretty impressive the last time. 3rd and 5. They also brought, on the previous 2nd down it was, they brought the edge pressure. Keith Patterson's going to keep up here. He's not going to back up and let this guy have a clean shot that time. If they motion out this time or have any kind of empty alignment, I would anticipate some sort of pressure on Will Howard.
So here we go, 3rd down and 5. Matt Wells and Texas Tech needing to get a stop right here, have a shot. And again, an empty set. Here they come over the middle. They've got Vaughn. A first down and then some. Deuce Vaughn breaking free. He'll take this one. Touchdown K-State. On 3rd and 5, they hit a 70-yard home run.
Third down, money on the line. Young fella, throw it on 3rd down from empty. Now do it again to Vaughn. He's going to get, again, it's basically an angle route from there. A little slant as he's lined up. And he's gone. Breaks through the tackle of Morgenstern. Just enough if you're Brooks down there, 88, getting a little hip check on his backside defender. That's why he's, what is it, the big trapper, smoker player of the game? What is
it? The old trapper.
Old trapper. That's why, right there.
Yep. And it's back to a 2-score lead. Deuce Vaughn with a 70-yard touchdown reception. Kansas State minutes away from a 2-0 start to Big 12 play. Well, Texas Tech knows not impossible to erase deficits like this. They saw it firsthand. Texas did it to them last week. Miles Price on the return and good kick coverage from K-State. 2 minutes left to go. Here comes Columbia and Texas Tech. Out of the backfield, Xavier White. Going to need a lot more than that. If you're quarterback and you're head coach and you have that call go in on that angle and then you see the defense lining up like that, you know even before the ball snaps.
Absolutely. You've got your perfect matchup, your ideal matchup. That's why they started putting that 2-by-2 formation and shift him out.
Columbia runs for a first down. And he spotted with a slide begin, which was enough. Minute 37, no timeouts, down 2 scores.
That beats some chunks here, no timeouts.
Caught by Kuntz. A gain of 16 near midfield.
Kuntz is impressive. Big target, big range, 6'5", 255.
Third catch today. He's got 40 yards. Fresh set of downs again. Columbia running again. They'll get out of bounds. Stop the clock with a minute 13. No matter how this game finishes, impressive stuff for Columbia off of the bench, making his Texas Tech debut. 244 yards and a couple of touchdowns.
Yeah, it really is. He has been impressive. And obviously, both teams got to figure out who they are and where they are after this game, unfortunately.
Second and 5. He finds the crosser. It's Keyshawn Carter. Tries to get it out of bounds, but a nice tackle by Sullivan to keep him inbounds. And the clock keeps running inside a minute.
Sullivan went down there. They're trying to get some speed back on the field, get the pass rush going.
Man, oh man. What a horrible day of injuries.
Yeah.
Third and 3. Xavier White is met and dropped. Will Jones with a tackle inbounds. It's not just 4th down, but the clock running inside 40 seconds.
That's it. Great job by Chris Kleiman, a defensive guy. You know, Joe Kleiman, just fundamentally sound prevent, quote-unquote, prevent defense right here. Tackling that outside leg, keeping him inbounds, keeping his clock running. Tech desperate now, no timeouts.
On 4th and 5, last chance, keeping their hopes alive, and it's incomplete as it's thrown low. And Kansas State playing the second half with its backup quarterback. Granted, Texas Tech doing the same. But K-State, after falling behind momentarily, gets the last 2 scores at 31-21 on the verge of a 2-0 start to conference play.
Yeah, that answer, the bang-bang drive after Tech took the lead, very impressive. And just, you know, have done the rest in every phase. Another block punt. Another turnover-free day. And another win for Coach Kleiman.
Of course, mixed emotions, though, getting this win, but wondering where you're at with your quarterback.
Yep.
Skylar Thompson.
Yeah, too bad for him. Obviously sad for Alan Bowman. But that kid, Columbia, can hold his head high. Both those guys will take positives from this. Another tough one on the road.
Chris Kleiman now 10-6 as the head coach at Kansas State. They followed up that Week 1 loss to Arkansas State with a win at Oklahoma and a win at home against Kansas State. It's their 5th in a row in the series. Now won 9 of the last 10 between these programs. So 31-21, the final score. That does it in Manhattan. For Mark Helfrich and our entire Fox Sports crew, Joe Davis saying so long. Coming up after this break, more college football coverage. Rob, Reggie, Matt, and Urban. 31-21, K-State wins it today.